Well, technically the winter break has started in the league, but we still have some games to play before we can go on break proper. This is a crucial clash against Galatasaray. If we win this, we leapfrog Galatasaray and should stay in the European Cup with a draw or better against Napredak. But if we're only able to draw, we will need some help from other results, and if we lose, we're probably out. What kind of move was that from them? Now we've got pretty much 3 rain. Oh, unless we miss the slide like an absolute chump. Unless we miss another slide like an absolute chump. Oh, I was about to say it's not a total loss because Galatasaray have been ordinary and attacked themselves, but that's 7 slides missed in a row. It would be easier to do something with Jerd if the sweeper didn't have reaction, which covers off the weakness of Gudadev. This is a really strong defense. It's just 2 really good defenses ran into each other this game. Well, it's on target at least, and yes, Binz gets it on the board. Which leaves Galatasaray with 1 turn to do something, and they've immediately squandered it because they've gone the wide route and missed the lofted pass. So yes, we do escape despite going down to 10 men. We're going to be missing Delbridge for a few games now. Might be time to play Liddell as a midfielder. First chance to test that theory out comes against Everton in the National Cup. Actually, I'm going to start Bates over Liddell at the midfield. Liddell can come back and man the defense. I don't think we'll necessarily need his long passing in the midfield since Jerd can just rainbow through everyone. Well, Binz can score, but no, he doesn't. Given that Leonberg still has 129 control, I dare say it's more likely that Jerd just rainbows all the way to him than Binz connects on a header. We can sub Jerd off if he gets tired, and we don't have to worry about fatigue because all of these games are spaced out. Ooh, this is tough. We do still score that, however. Ooh, nicely headed away from Liddell. They still get a chance to rainbow all the way, although Shearer does get the tackle, or he doesn't. Yikes. Oh, he does get it in the end. However, I think this is going to be squandered because they've gone long with this. Singh is probably going to false kick someone. No, he's not even going to do that. Insofar as I had a lack of foresight when defending against the earlier corner, it was putting Malin and Attil on the same side of the pitch, which has made it a little bit trickier than I would have liked to seal this game. But we should get through without conceding an away goal, so if we get 1 away goal against Everton, they're going to have to score 3. Oh, but that laser of a lofted pass gave us 1 more shot to see off. Thankfully, we do. Well, here it is, Napredak, and it's a shorter turnaround than I had anticipated, so fatigue may be a concern here. Biggest problem, as I see it, we are playing to draw a penalty or a corner kick because the defense is well equipped against crosses in open play and the goalkeeper has reaction and strong goalkeeper. So I say we roll the dice just a little. Draco comes in with a regular tackle. Maybe time to start training up his defense so he can be a little... And I think that's just too much risk of a turnover, so we're going to try for the penalty this again. And we might get it. We do. Can Davenport convert his own? I'll go the low left. And we get it. He's got a long pass, so here's a tactical play. Binz actually moves sidesteps because this was the outlet pass otherwise. Instead, he's going to have to waste a turn, but they still get a good play off. Tackled by Stearman, thankfully. And tackled right back with motivation afterwards, which is very dangerous. Card does not get it. Shearer does not get it. And Stearman doesn't get it. He's managed to beat Stearman. He got so many good rolls in a row. The big problem now is we subbed off Draco earlier because he was getting tired. We don't have anyone who can pass this ball. Well, Bates can, but he's not exactly our prime player for this. Oh, and the cross is wide. Which means just to make sure it's only... Oh no, Ginger... Oh, they still found a target. I knew that I'd somehow put Bates in the wrong spot. Are we going to lose this game? And no, Fellows makes a save. I was going to say, we were going to lose this game and end up in the EFA Cup against the worst team in the group. Well, I was going to say it wasn't 100% assured because Galatasaray could have scored 4 on Marseille, but clearly they haven't, although they have scored enough to scare me a little. No, that shouldn't be happening. Nor should I have gotten cute and given them another chance to score before the half, because I had no way of scoring myself, and all kicking it out of bounds with... Oh, why? Why is the game like this? So the situation is, we still only need to score once, but Everton are 2-0 up without doing anything to deserve either goal. Meanwhile, Binns hasn't been able to buy a header on target this episode. Okay, what are you even doing? You're not even picking up the ball. All of a sudden, they've just given the ball to Draco for 3. Biggest AI derp I have seen pretty much ever. Oh, what the hell? Bizarre, baffling, any number of words you can use to describe what's going on today. Everton are playing terribly, and they're somehow 3-1 up. Well, okay, it's now 3-2. Rainbow around Maida. Rainbow around the sweeper too. And rainbow around the goalkeeper. Yeah, we deserved at least a draw on the scoreboard. And even if we don't quite get it, the away goals rule is going to come... Okay, I didn't say go ahead and score another BS shot, Everton. Well, the important thing is we're going to the quarterfinals. There's a confirmation email. We got Liverpool next on Valentine's Day. Before I forget, I actually didn't get the bench coach when I should have. So now I've got him. What youth player did we get? I wouldn't mind another goalkeeper at this point because we do need to replace Fellows someday. And that's exactly what we got, Tempest. If I was in theory to go another 10 seasons in this playthrough, Tempest would be a really good long-term option. And I would start with Reaction, actually, because playing out is somewhat of a band-aid for goalkeepers who lack the levels to train defense and control. Before I forget, however, we do have contracts to settle. Fire's obviously going to get 3 years, as is Ginger, because I do think Ginger's been useful, but that means we can only extend Delbridge for 2 more seasons for now. Still, could be worse. We have a capacity crowd of 10,000 for every one of our home games now. That's 250,000 per game in the Premier League. It's also 250 in the National Cup. European Cup, premium tickets, I think it's 350 per game. The snow really screwed us there. You see, this is why playing in a colder climate is more difficult for the player compared to if we were in Spain, because the snow games nerf the area where the player usually has an advantage over the CPU. And different nations in the game have different weather patterns, so you don't get snow in regions that don't have snow in real life, which means you don't have to worry about this particular matchup as much. Liddell got motivation in time to try for the wait, why didn't he... That... We made the save anyway, but Liddell got motivation before that pass was calculated. Shouldn't he have been able to use his extra defense? Arsenal definitely cannot play it up within one turn with Ali, so that is how it's going to end. Unless we get a foul. Curses. Another day, another cup tie. We've got Montpellier here, and this could be a trap game for us because they won the league in France last season despite only being 4.5 stars. Something that does sometimes get lost with this highlights format is how the battle for possession plays out over a multitude of turns. We were battling for it on this side of the field, and now it's going to be the other side of the field that the battlefield is. That, I think, was a mistake from Blanche. But it's not as big a mistake as I thought, because if Malin makes that tackle, he's not crossing it past Vigouroux. If Delridge comes all the way over, he doesn't have a layoff target, so that doesn't work either. Which means we're just going to take it to the second half. Yeah, there's the nutmeg. Ah, the sweeper. That's what the problem is. But what if we do it like this? For a moment I thought the pass wasn't going to work. Yeah, that at least gets us the corner kick. So, not a total loss. Our headers haven't been good recently, but that one was on target. Now, that's okay that Bloom has taken the ball because Attil will just take it back. Was hoping I didn't jinx myself there, and I didn't. So we are looking good to make this play. How does that not go through? We're going to have to step into it then. We step to here, and now it should go through. Yes. Which one is... It's a cannon shot. That was the one I wanted to use anyway. Delbridge, actually, no, he doesn't need defense because he's got level 3 slide tackle, so now he becomes the primary corner taker over Draco. And Fire doesn't actually need the -70, so it's time to boost out his levels. I'll do a couple more games yet. I think I'll leave it after the Liverpool Cup game. Brighton and Hove Albion first up. Now, thankfully, the stone wall defensive setup does mean that the best they can do is score, because apparently level 3 playing out isn't enough. Alright, take 2 with Davenport, but we're not going to get a chance to use cannon shot if we don't get fouled here. And we don't get fouled here, so best we can do is hit it. I think I'll sub Bins in. Only reason we didn't have him in before is because we didn't have a way to feed him across, but now we do. So it's... we can always rely on the AI to be stupid in corner situations, giving us a 3-header. So yeah, this is going to work out for us. We get back the goal we really shouldn't have conceded. What could happen is Brighton breaking the deadlock, because this is looking dangerous. Not dangerous enough to truly be a threat. If only that wasn't through a defensive player, we could have had a really good chance to end the game. But instead, it's been headed away, and it's yet another league draw. Both Burnley and Huddersfield Town lost this round, so we've actually gained an extra point in the league despite sputtering out of the winter break because no one is distancing themselves on points. But because there are so many teams within 6 points of us, we do have to start getting wins from next episode onwards, because at least one of those teams is going to get super hot. Or maybe I do tackle with Jerd. Yeah, I'm glad I thought of that idea because I was going to tank that turn otherwise, but Jerd did have a genuine chance of taking the ball and he did. Oh no, it's happened again. Why has this game become so unstable recently? We went 11 seasons without a single issue and now it's crashed twice this season so far. Oh, and it's going to cost us dearly this time. Last time we got some vital goal difference from the crash. This time we might be out of the National Cup on it. You know, the key word there is might, because we still got 107 actions left, including the return fixture, and a chance to get a away goal right now, which we do. Oh, this players were developing well for us. They just backpassed, but Attil is still a threat. Someday we're going to get the cheap goal with one of our defensive players doing that. Well, this is for the win. And we get the win. Well, actually, Liverpool have a chance. It's going to have to be just an ordinary hit and hope for them, but 185 accuracy. We've conceded plenty of goals to players with less than that. Card makes the block, and our National Cup campaign is well on its way to continuing. So I think all up, aside from that slow start to the league, this has been a really good episode for us. The losses we did take weren't enough to knock us out of any competition.